third day. Doing your shits and watches and stuff. Doesn't even feel like it's been that long. Today was really calm, no wind again. I suppose we're getting closer and closer to the equator. Excuse me for having my hat on backwards. Forgot that I had it on backwards. Probably look like a bit of a mad dog, but now it is on the correct way. Jumping on this thing, getting a lift into the beach. Ulu? Ulu. Yeah. CB's just we're getting photos of the local girls. Photo. Oh, CB. Jump on in. Photo. Today's events were, we got up, got a lift into shore, went to immigration, and I've overstayed 3 days. So we have to pay $30, so 300,000 rupiah per day. So it's $90 that we had to pay for overstaying, just because these things happen. We were a bit late to leave, and sail took a bit longer than we thought and stuff. So, but we've got customs coming out now to CB's boat, and they're pretty much just going to check everything, make sure we don't have any illegal stuff on board, and then yeah, and then we've got to go to the harbour master, and should be good after that to check out, actually be checked out then, and we can head for the Singapore area. If you haven't noticed in the previous little shorts that we don't have a dinghy, so Evan here at the restaurant at the Warung is helping us transport from the boat onto shore and stuff like that, so he's very helpful guy, and we'll probably use him when we come up in our own boat. Hello people, what's going on, what's good? We are heading out from Belitung. We did our visas, exited the country yesterday, checked out, and we were going to leave last night, but that would have got us into our next anchorage at night time. So we're leaving today, it's about 7:30, and that allows us to arrive at our next anchorage in good light, so which is a good plan. But right now we're just motoring out of Belitung. I don't think there's any wind forecast as usual, but we will see. All the tugboats towing these barges around. They've just got such a long tow rope. They're towing such a big thing. It's easy at night time not to see the barge that they're towing. It's flat, it's so flat. Belitung is awesome. It's going to be really handy for me and Lauren, because we're coming back through here possibly. I already know the guys to get us diesel, and already have a track in to the anchorages, and so it's very handy to have done this trip, and hopefully we get some wind when we head up here. This trip is just, we've had minimal wind, if any, but just keep an eye on these barges at the moment. And there's a cargo ship right on our tail. to get a whole lot busier closer to Singapore. So the way we can see these ships, the best way, is obviously lights at night time, but the AIS, just by using that we can see if we're going to cross paths, their heading, the speed over ground, and where they're actually going. This ship in front of us is heading to Adelaide, so Singapore to Adelaide, that's a pretty big trip. Every now and again there's these nets, I think they're nets, it's just 3 Coke bottles, old oil bottles just holding up this net, middle of nowhere. There's no fishermen out here. It just amazes me the lengths they go to, these local fishermen. The way the water is right now reminds me of you know the Truman Show, how right at the end, sorry, spoiler alert, how he hits the wall and then it just flattens out like after that big storm. It's kind of what it's been like. Can't see where the sea finishes and the sky starts. Waiting for old Morgan Freeman to pop out. Morgan Freeman. Probably look like a mess. Can't sleep on the day shift. So hot. Pretty close to the equator now. There's one reason why it's stinking hot. It's soon to be a pollywog. I am a shellback. This is random, but it's pretty close to the equator. This is where I've been sleeping. Look where that sun's shining in. The engine's running, so it's hot. And the sun just has to sit straight on my head. And I can't wait for like a good meal with some good veggies, you know. Some nice. I miss broccoli the most. I've had Brussels sprouts for a long time, but broccoli definitely. Silly me. I should have just did what I've just done. Just put my head up this end. Then the sun's just on my feet. It's the kind of mental state you're in after being at sea for so long. I suppose I missed my boat as well. I wish I was, you know, on Blue Moon, exploring and checking all those places we've been to, checking those places out. The original plan from way back when we first said, yeah, we'll go up to Indonesia. I don't think we've said this, but the original plan was to go over the top of Papua New Guinea, back to Queensland. But it's just, there's too much to see up here that we can't pass up going up through to Thailand and checking out another country on top of Indonesia. So still thinking about that Papua New Guinea way though, because there's a lot of cool stuff up the west side of Sulawesi, Philippines. I've heard the Philippines is immigration and customs there is just really easy. The only bad thing is pirates. I've heard there's lots of pirates up there. And then Raja Ampat as well. It does look like a good option to go up there. Stay tuned, subscribe, like the videos and share them around. And become a patron, guys. Come on, support our production. Can't all be good times, you've got to show some of the bad as well. I'm sure you can hear the engine running. Imagine having that running in your ear while you're trying to sleep around the clock. So I'd add here as well how much I've been thinking about Lauren, my wife. I miss her so much. I don't know how it's going to feel. I miss the shit out of that girl, eh? Can't wait to give her a big hug. Just thought I'd add that because, you know, it's been on my mind a lot, like all the time. broccoli. But I definitely miss her a lot more. We are very close to the equator. Not long, then I will have crossed the equator while sailing. I will become a polywog. Or do I become a shellback? I'm not sure which one it is. Maybe I'll just throw some snacks over the side for Neptune. About 2 minutes we'll be crossing the equator. It's pretty cool. 876.
Makes me wanna surrender and wrap you in my arms. No, I try to live without regrets. I'm always moving forward now.
Traffic's starting to build up on the AIS. Starting to pick up other vessels.
So I'm stepping away.
So we're about to cross the Singapore Strait now. We've noticed a whole lot more ships at anchor, obviously waiting to come into port. But almost there, guys. Almost there.
It's like coming of age. Feels like it's coming. Feels like a coming of age.
Look at the weight these things are putting on. And that's from that one all the way over there. Oh yeah. Oh. So that's from that ship all the way over there. We have gotten across the strait and now we're just coming up and we're going to anchor here for the night and then go up the river to the marina tomorrow. I can't wait for some decent food and a nice cold beer. We saw all these barges coming out of this river. We weren't sure what they were doing, but I think they're dredging this by the looks of this. The Xiang Shang. Look at that thing. A monster. And there's a doggy. Look at the dog. It's barking at us. There's definitely a big leak in here. Big layer of shit on top of the water. Not good. That's pretty big too. You can see it zigzags all the way. Man, that's not a small leak. Off. That's me done on that trip. It was a bloody good trip, I tell ya. Not much wind, but taxi to ferry to another taxi on Singapore, and then off to the airport from there. It's only like a 2-hour, 3-hour flight or something, and we'll be back with Loz in Bali.
Go to Changi.
Changi, yeah,
Changi flag.
Fly to
Go to
Bali.
Bali. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello. Ticket for 11 o'clock?
One way or two way?
One way. Just got here in time. Thanks for coming along with me on the passage. Join us both next week back in Lombok aboard Blue Moon.
The countdown to the sailing season is on, and we are getting her in tip-top shape and stocking up for the months ahead.
If you're interested in where we might be in real time, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
This channel is funded by our beloved patrons. Did you know Sailing Blue Moon episodes are released exclusively to our patrons each and every Friday? If you want to know more about us and our story, or you'd like to pledge your support, check us out on Patreon. There's tons of exclusive patron-only content, blog posts, homemade skincare ideas, healthy recipe alternatives that we use, plus some Blue Moon shirts in the pipeline.
In addition to the subscribe button, click the little bell to the right to be notified of new weekly episodes. Thanks for watching, Blue Moonies.